Reverend John Dewberry, District Superintendent of the British Isles. It is my privilege to welcome you to England, to this year's European Conference. Our prayer is that it will enhance our working together in Europe for the glory of God's kingdom.
So this is our first District Superintendent, Reverend Dennis Sampson, who served from 1958 to 1971, and he was followed by my grandfather, Reverend Desmond Pemberton, who served from 1971 until 1990. We were used to outdoor services. This is one in Birmingham City Centre, and these are some of our early church leaders. The first service took place on the 20th of April in 1958 in this house in the attic room on Sanford Road in Birmingham. We always dress up to go to church. These are some of the ladies in their hats, and this is a congregation from Moseley Wesleyan Holiness Church in the 1970s, and this is a service at Wolverhampton with the church choir. I asked my grandmother what her earliest memories of the Wesleyan Church in England were.
Having fellowship in homes, and then going out on Saturdays and meeting people and inviting them to come to where we are worshipping. And where we work and there's any of our Caribbean folks there, we would let them know what is happening in our area. And we found from there the church began to grow. We had people sending their children to our Sunday school in the schools. And although it was just a few, because when you start anything first, it would be just a few people. But meeting people in the area and telling them about what we are doing, the work began to grow. So, moving from the first area, then we started to worship in schools.
And was Tyndall Street the first school?
Yes, Tyndall Street School was the first. Then we started Moseley, Handsworth, then Wolverhampton, then we went on to Leicester, and there's where the work began to grow and establish more.
So this is Cromer Road in Borsall Heath in Birmingham, and Moseley Wesleyan Holiness Church, known as the Mother Church for the British Isles District, the first church, and it is in a multicultural, multi-ethnic and multi-faith community. And these are some of our other churches around England: Bedford, Coventry, Greenwich in London. You will notice that these are communities and cities around England that are inner city areas where the Caribbeans settled when they first came to England in the late 1950s and 1960s. Leicester, Moseley and Birmingham we've already mentioned. So the surroundings are very different to the countryside and greenery that you'll be experiencing in Ashburnham, Slough and Wolverhampton Wesleyan Holiness Church. What would you say have been the most significant changes over the years?
We've gotten too comfortable now, and we need to move out and have that vision that we first had. Instead of we have a falling away, we should be growing.
Let us continue working together, putting into practice that which we have learned, trusting God for a mighty outpouring of His Spirit in Europe.